Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FFC Show. My name is Thomas Harkin. Today, I'm joined by Aidan Montoto from Welsh Gladiators. He is making his K1 debut on Rhondda Rampage 7. Aidan is facing Aidan Dix of Beales Muay Thai in an 80-kilo K1 contest. Aidan's already one fight behind him, and Aidan's coming in to make his debut, as I said. Fight is sponsored by Nails by Sancha, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to Aidan just to give a bit of an introduction to himself. So over to you, brother.
So like Tom said, my name's Ethan. I train out of Welsh Gladiators and I'll be fighting Aidan Dix on August 29th in a K1 bout.
Awesome. So first things first then, bro. So how do you start training? Where do you start? Where did it all begin?
So originally I was started training back about 2019, summertime around this time of year in a little gym called not Welsh Gladiators, Ground Zero. Got into some boys I was friends with at the time. They knew I watched MMA and combat sports, and they were like, "Oh, we've started going down this MMA gym. Do you want to come?" I was like, "Well, I watch it. Why not give it a go?"
Yeah.
I was here about 6 months, maybe, from about this time up until lockdown hit in 2020. Then, so yeah, lockdown stopped me training, and then I was training like lazy. From pretty much 2020 up until this time last year. And I started going to the gym. I weighed quite a lot, like I was about 116 kilograms. Got into the gym a bit, lifting weights and stuff like that. And then about December, I got fed up of just lifting weights. I was like, I want to get back into combat sports. And I knew Ash from, Ground Zero, like Jordan was saying. Ash was in Ground Zero. I knew Ash. And I seen his Instagram of him posting about a gym called Welsh Gladiators.
Okay.
So I remember texting the account on a morning on a Saturday. Went out my first session, and by the Monday I had a monthly subscription payment in my hand to give to Corn, the head coach.
It gets you, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? As soon as you get in and you do that first one, that initial one, that first break the ice kind of session, you know, that's it. If it's for you, it's there, man. And
yeah,
I was always the same. Like I always felt the same. As soon as I started training, I was like, right, I don't want to do anything but this, you know. And I was the same boat as you, kind of like right from you, this fucking, you know, here's the monthly. So obviously, as you said, we back in the gym. So how did the fight with Aidan come together? Obviously we've got two other of your teammates on the card anyway. I know that Corn does encourage you guys to get out while you can and stuff. Obviously, you've done some interclubs and all that. But how did the fight come together?
So I remember I'd been there about a month. And you heard of WMAC, is it?
Oh yeah.
Trials
WMAC.
down Two Dragons down
Yeah.
Swansea.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about that. I was like, why not an extra training session? Went down there with Corn. Robbie was down there as well, one of the other boys.
Yeah.
It was just us three. Went down. I remember picking Corn up and saying, you know what, Corn, sort of thing. I'd like to have a fight one day in the near future. And this was before the previous Rampage show. I'd only been training a month. I was like, and I think Corn knew, like, not I was on about that show, but I'd like to do one
in the future, as you said, in the future.
Yeah, like within the next year, sort of time. And he was like, yeah. Then I can't remember. I think it was like March time.
Yeah.
I was training every day at this point now, consistently, and I'm pretty sure matchmaking had just opened for this Rampage. And I was like, Corn, Jack, you can get me on there. He's like, yeah, just send me over your detail, like what you want. At this point, I was like 95 kilograms.
So you've already come down from 115 down to 95. So you're already obviously on the track of getting a weight off, which shows, and it also shows how hard you're training.
Yeah.
So go from triple figures to double, like.
Yeah, I was like, what weight do I want to fight at? And originally I was thinking 85. But I thought, like, a couple of weeks had passed, and they came round to meet Tex and Corn, and I was just like, I put it down to 80. Why not?
Yeah.
I know I can make it, and I'm pretty close at the moment, if I'm honest with you.
Mm. What was your reaction when it was first offered? Obviously, he's already got a bout behind him. So how does it feel knowing that he's got that little bit more experience than you?
To be honest, Tom, it's not affecting me, the experience issue of it.
Nice
Like I
attitude.
like I know it's not really fights as such, but like I've had a couple of interclubs now. It's
Mm.
not, up here like a fight is, but it's not by you where the gym is. It's like in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like when me and Jordan were speaking about this. Like within the clubs, it bridges that gap
Yeah,
between sparring in your own gym in the comfort levels to going somewhere else. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Where you know that it's not. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but it's going to be taken up a little bit more than what you're used to. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? So it bridges the gap. So as you were saying, sorry.
yeah. So like I know, like I said, like with interclubs, like I've had a couple of them now. With our WMAC training as well, we've done quite a few sparring rounds down there. So I've had like different looks
Yeah,
all over,
yeah,
different styles and stuff. And then, you know, there's one fight difference. It's not like I'm going any 10 fights ahead
no, I got you. I got
or
you.
whatever.
Yeah, no, I got you. And that's a good way to look at it as well, because it is only one fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It isn't, as you said, it isn't 10 3-round wars, and he's been through the mill of it. You know, it is one fight. So no, I like your approach to that. And obviously having people in the gym around you that have got the experience as well, that kind of like aids it, because you kind of see that it's, I'm not going to say a reachable target because that's quite obvious, but you can see that the experience within the gym and you were training within that experience.
Yeah.
And then again with the interclub aspect as well, like you go to places, and then when you go and come up against people who've had maybe 5 or 6 fights, and then obviously coming up against people who've been in the gym for 6 months, so
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, you're getting different looks, and obviously you're feeling quite confident within it because as you can tell. So for me, I think 80 kilo boys as well, and both K1, Aidan coming from Beales Muay Thai, where uh every time they come, they've always supported the show, and I love Mark. Like he's
Yeah.
a great coach. I've had the pleasure to do some pads with him and stuff. He's a great guy, and they always come to scrap. And obviously mine and Cone's relationship, and Apollo and Gladiators, like you guys come up, you've been up with us this week sparring, and it's the same as
Yeah.
last week, so for me it is an exciting fight. And even though it's your debut, and obviously Aidan's second fight is still one of those ones that brings the attention to it, because you're both big boys as well. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're like 8'4". Do you know what I mean? Like like
Yeah.
like you're gonna hit your fucking head in the roof when you're in that ring. But
I
yeah,
know. Yeah.
it'll be a good fight. But the other side is, are you expecting him to come out quite calm, or are you expecting to come out like quite aggressive?
Well, in all honesty, like I want to have a technical fight,
Mm,
but if either of us get with a big shot,
yeah,
like for me in training and stuff, I've been hit quite by big couple of big shots and stuff, and in the interclubs and stuff. But it's like I don't know how I'd react under the pressure of is a bout.
mm,
So I can't say like I'll keep it technical. I can't say I'm gonna just start swinging haymakers. Like I don't want to do that sort of thing.
yeah,
But I can't say how I will react,
yeah,
and I'm not sure how Aidan will react. I haven't seen any footage of him fighting previously.
yeah. I got you.
So in all honesty, it's just like a flip of the coin, really.
That was going to lead me on to my next question. My next question was actually going to be, what do you know about your opponent? You said you haven't seen any of his fights, but one of the things that like, have you looked at any Instagram stuff, or do you know anything about him at all?
Um, all I know really is he's from Beales, which I've seen is down like West Wales area.
Yeah, yeah, like Summerhill in Tenby.
Yeah, so he's from down there. I know he used to be like quite a big boy himself because I think it was for the last flow or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He was going to fight. I can't remember who, but like a 90 kg.
Yeah, Aidan was going to fight Masters, my boy. I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure that was matched up for number 5 before Robbie took it, and Robbie come in. And yeah, I'm sure that was at 95 because Masters was 95. Yeah, I'm sure about 95 hours.
yeah.
Maybe
So like,
maybe 90. I don't know.
I will say like hats off to him.
Yeah,
Respect losing the weight. But other than that, that's all I know.
that's fair. Like obviously with that, that you've got Corn who's done any research that's needed. You've kind of got the team at the experienced team around you. That's obviously, you know, if there's any extra, I was going to say extracurricular, but like homework needed to be done, that they'll be doing it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you been to the show before?
Yeah, I went to the previous show where Corn
Fought Rob.
fought Hybrid and Robbie
Mm.
fought got the first round stoppage.
What was your thoughts when you were there? Were you obviously you were at Gladiators at that time as well?
Yeah.
What was it like being there watching your teammates?
Honestly, I felt the nerves for them,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Like when I seen them walking out and stuff, beforehand I was nervous for them.
Yeah.
But when I seen how confident they were walking out, I was like, yeah, you boys have won tonight.
Mm.
You can see it in the eyes. You're like, yeah, you're gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. And the thing is as well, when you're there with your team as well, and you're supporting your team, and you can see you can see it kind of like playing out this. It makes it feel a little bit more real, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like you're there with them, and as you said, you can see it on their face and stuff. So back to your fight then. So how do you? I don't want to ask you to give too much away, right? But like, how do you expect the opening round to play out? Do you think it's? I know obviously we said about it's going to be, hoping for it to be quite technical, but like it's a small ring. It's
Yeah.
around the same size ring as what you've got in Gladiators.
Right. Yeah.
So it's fucking small.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You could, and as I said, you're practically a giant. So it's like, what's your thoughts?
Well, I'm not sure to be honest with you, Tom.
Mm,
Is like I've seen like can't remember who it was with, but you're talking. It might have been Tyler.
yeah, yeah,
You're like you fight what's in front of you. You fight the fight.
yeah, yeah,
It's like and like I've seen people posting and stuff. Everyone has a game plan until you get punched in the face.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like as much as I'd like to be like, oh, this is what it's going to be like. I haven't got an idea myself, to be honest with you.
And I like that because you're open to it. Like you haven't got this. You're not putting pressure on a certain thing to happen straight away. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? And like, because I think it's already pressure, man. Like fucking hell, you're walking out in front of 400 people. You know, um, that moment's all about you, and like there's quite a lot to it. So as you said, instead of thinking, all right, this gotta go this way, or this is why I want to happen, you haven't got to put too much pressure on it, which I think benefits you then, which,
yeah,
coming into the first round, like, but yeah, you are right. Fight what's in front of you because there's two of you in there,
yeah,
like I'm not going to say that it depends on how he reacts, but like, even though it's only, as you said, only one fight, pressure, even though you've been there once, the pressure can get you anyway.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be the fact that it's, like you were feeling it, or it's like, oh fuck, it's like, right, my training, you could doubt yourself and stuff, like, and as we said, even though it's only that one fight, it's still
yeah,
fighting what's in front of you, and I think having that open mind, I think is a real good approach to it, and being your debut as well, like you said, you haven't got any fucking footage, so you can't sit here and go, right, I need to do. I know that his left kick doesn't work, or this or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
You just kind of like getting in it and just having a go and just seeing what happens. Like, you
yeah. But
know,
that's why. Yeah, it's just I want to go in there, test myself as well as just see what happens. I'll
mm.
test myself. Yeah,
One of the things, right? Obviously, you said you've done the interclubs, and I brought this up to Tyler and Jordan. One of my biggest things that I like about interclubs is where you get used to being cornered. So you get
Yeah,
used to listening to a voice. So you get used to listening to in between rounds where you got to slow your heart rate down and you've got to try and like concentrate. And corn is the same as us. We don't sit down in between rounds. Like Apollo doesn't do that, and I know gladiators are the same.
yeah.
It's like, are you now that you've done the interclubs and stuff? Are you, because obviously in the welfare the noise is going to be a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
are you expecting to be tunnel visioned, or do you know what I mean when I say tunnel vision? Like where
yeah.
you can only hear Corn and Ash and whoever else is in the corner. But are you expecting that, or are you expecting to hear the crowd as well?
Like I wanted to be tunnel visioned,
Mm.
but I got a feeling I'll hear the crowd over Cornash, probably Tommy as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Like is as much as I would like to hear them, see what they say and everything, but like I've been in the welfare.
mm.
I know how loud it can be.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing in it. Like that's why I said about obviously we're comparing to the interclub aspect is like you still have, there's still 50 odd people in the gym and there's still noise, it's buzz, people are blah blah blah, but obviously in the welfare when it's just echoey and there's fucking people are screaming over the top of Corn trying to shout to do, and I think it adds that little bit more. But this is one of those ones, like again, being your debut, you don't know what to expect, and I think this is what adds that peak curiosity to it, because obviously again both being 80 kilo boys, like you both hit hard, so it's going to have that okay, where's this one going to go, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll go the well, I'm not going to say do you want it to go the distance, but do you think it'll go the distance, or obviously do you think you could stop him?
Well, in all honesty, I was been thinking of this. I do want it to go the distance so I can get the experience.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's not saying if I see an opportunity to finish, I won't capitalize.
yeah.
Like it'd be stupid not to.
Mm. It's like I say, in it, you're not in it, you don't get paid overtime.
Yeah,
Like get in, get the job done, and fuck off. Like, but as we said, we've got other gladiators on the card. So we've got Jordan Edwards and Tyler Williams.
yeah.
What's the atmosphere like in the gym?
Uh, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's intense. Now we getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
Like you can feel the intensity is slowly rising up. I say slowly, but you can, you know, compared to just at the end of Corn and Ash's BKB camps
mm.
to now is like light and day difference between us three anyway.
Yeah, yeah. What was it? Is it a help having? I know that obviously Jordan's fighting K1, and I know that Tyler's fighting is boxing, but is it a help having the boys in the camp with you? Because obviously you can kind of like bring each other out of the dark places and sort of say, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Is a big help. Like I know Tyler's gone in for twice now. This is his third. Jordan's done the MMA fight like 7 years ago, so they sort of know what to expect.
Yeah,
They know what helps them through camps,
yeah,
and then they give me the help, give me the advice and everything to I say get through, but like come out the better person than you was when you first started.
mm. Yeah. And it's all about growing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like getting better, and especially having the boys around who have done it before. It's just like pushing you in the right direction.
yeah.
You know. Um, have they? I'm not going to say any like secret fucking advice, but have they? As Tyler said, and obviously this will be Tyler's second time fighting in the welfare. Have they said anything to you about like? Obviously, the corridors are small and all that type of stuff. Have they give you any like little bits of advice or anything prior to this?
No, but I did you on about in Tyler's podcast about how now the corridors are and
Yeah,
how if I remember it was like gladiatorial or something
yeah, yeah.
was the words used. Yeah, like I've heard that. Um, but no, there's like no advice really.
With the gladiatorial thing, right? Like, I think every podcast I've done now lately, I've fucking spoke about the venue, but I've got to hype it up, and I love the place, right?
Yeah,
um, that we brought in extra media teams, right? Like we've literally brought in 2 extra photographers,
Yeah.
specifically for I'm going to say behind the scenes. So
Right.
we've specifically brought in 2 extra photographers to get the walkout like that corridor, bro. Right, on a genuine note, right? You know your corridor going into Gladiators. You know when you come into the
Yeah.
door, yeah. It's imagine that, but like fucking high ceilings and white and just really bright, and then it's got
Right.
steps at the end.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? Like I don't know if you would remember, but Teo the Tornado come down for he went up with Ash in the club when we come down to you. He's
Yeah.
my youngest in the gym, right?
Right.
With him on a genuine note, right? He's the youngest in the gym. I couldn't stand side by side with him. Like this is how tight the corridor is. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like you follow each other out, and that's what it means with the gladiatorial thing. It's just like you're going out. There's nobody beside you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as soon as you come down that corridor, you start going up the steps, and then you can hear the announcer, you can hear your music start playing, and the other side then is you've got that balcony just streaming across the top, and
Yeah.
then you walk up the steps, you hit the obviously we have that stage extender, that big black thing. We have that stage extender, and as we do, one of my key things, and I've said this from Rhondda Rampage 1, is like the whole show is about you guys as fighters, right? So like that walkout, we want you to enjoy that, right? So like
Yeah.
we put like Jazz directs all the media, right? So like Jazz will do all whatever captured by Jazz. Like she will position herself in a place where she gets the photos of you going up the steps, standing on the fucking the stage extender, and just before you get in the ring, and again the gladiatorial thing, because of a coliseum and everybody's up above you.
Yeah.
That's the feeling. And now, dude, I'll be honest, right? Like it is. I hate talking about it because I sell it too much because I feel it's going to be like that you're going to have everyone knocking at Becky's door to try and
Yeah. I
fucking
get it.
together. But it's the best place, man, for what we like. And being Rhondda heritage, so being all to do with the Rhondda, being built by the miners, and being a welfare hall and all that type of stuff. That's the stuff then that like we go with. I mentioned this I think when I was speaking to Jordan, but Rhondda Rampage 5, was it 5? I think it was 5. No, 6. Rhondda Rampage 6, right? We lost the venue, so we had to change venue, right? And we had the week of the show was fight week,
Yeah.
right? And we had to change. No, it was 5. Sorry, Rhondda Rampage 5. We had to change the venue and everything, right? We had
Yeah.
to literally find a new venue. We walked. I rang the welfare and I spoke to Becky, and I walked in with a measuring tape, right? And I was like, I've got 3 questions. 1, are you free on Saturday? 2, can we use you? And 3, can I fit the boxing ring on your stage? And within an hour, right, she manned the bar for us, so that there was a team there for the bar. And then I was on the stage, bro, like with a fucking tape measure, right?
Yeah.
Me and Liam and Rob from Midlands Ring Hire. Like we'd never use anybody else for the ring hire, bro. He's fucking tip top Magoo, like best guy out there, right? He was on a video call with me, like going through how we could make it work.
Yeah.
Like he went out of his way to make sure that the show would go on. Like, do you know what I mean? And in the welfare then, as mad as it was, right? We had, obviously you've seen our staff t-shirts that the guys wear, and
Yeah.
I designed a complete new thing for it, and I done this miners theme, and then as mad as it was like built by the miners in Tyrestown Welfare Hall, and our kit was all the miners. It was like kind of meant to be, right, this is where we're gonna go now, and
Yeah.
since there, it's the home, right? It's now with the home around the Rampage. And I'll be honest, like it's such a cool place. Do you know what I mean? Like with
Yeah.
the chit, like the balcony, and with the fucking the ring and the big grand fucking stage and all that type, and not just that. It sounds great when Ricky announces people's names in there. It's and this is the things you got to look forward to. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And yeah, we went way off, and I do apologize, bro.
All good.
I went straight down here. But back to obviously as we were saying with Jordan and Tyler. What's it like with them? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts with Jordan's fight? What do you reckon is going to happen?
Jordan, he's a character. I will say that,
Yeah,
as you probably know from his podcast.
yeah,
With Jordan in the gym, he likes to try keep it technical,
yeah,
but I got a feeling once it's go time, like he said, he's not built to go 3 rounds.
mm,
I got a feeling one of them is going to get finished. I got a feeling it's not going to be Jordan.
mm.
I'm going to say like it's going to be within the first half.
Yeah.
The fight.
This is Jordan Edwards versus Rydian Cummins. Rydian's from Eagles, 72 kilo K1 bout. Jordan's making his K1 debut, I think. It is his K1 debut, isn't it?
Yeah, it's his K1 debut. Yeah,
K1 debut. Rydian's coming in 1-on-1. Again, it's a good fight. I'm looking forward to. Like I sparred with Jordan on Wednesday.
yeah,
Technical, he does the right things. He's tricky as well, and this is
yes,
one of those things that, like, I'm not saying with K1 that it matters, but like he's always looking for different shots, and he's always looking for something creative, and it'd be a good fight, like especially coming from the MMA background and concentrating on the transition, and obviously, putting all that effort into becoming more of a striker now. I am excited for that, and then not just that as well. Like Jordan's he's putting the work in. We've
yes,
seen that he's putting the work in as well. So that is one of those ones. So obviously you said you reckon Jordan's going to finish him in the first half.
yeah.
Nice. Nice. So Tyler Williams Tyler Williams and JC Dix. So Tyler's 1-0. JC's making his debut from Strike Fitness, 55 kilos. This one's sponsored by the FFC Show. What about Tyler? How's Tyler doing?
Honestly, Tyler, he's special. He is. Like from the first time I met him, I knew he was a good boxer.
Yeah.
But as the camp has gone on and time has progressed since I first met him, he's excelled. He
Yeah.
is. Honestly, when I spar Tyler, I look forward to sparring Tyler a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and Tyler, we got quite a bit of height advantage.
Yeah.
But I got the height advantage. There's big difference then. But we do quite a lot of like I call it phone boxing.
Yeah. Like foot in a tire kind of thing.
Yeah, but without the tire there.
Yeah.
So neither of us have taken a step back and we just in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tyler, he's going to shock a lot of people who have seen him fight before.
Yeah.
He's going to get the finish. He's putting a lot of work in to get to the finish.
Yeah.
With Tyler, I do want him to go to the finish because I love watching him box.
Mm.
I will say though, probably second round.
Second round.
With Tyler, yeah.
Nice. We've touched on Tyler quite a bit, and the reason why there's obviously a reason why people are talking about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and currently Tyler's quite high up in the card. He's currently sitting co-main event, and with that, like, I love that kid. Like, his work ethic is out of this world. Like when he puts in when he's training, and he just wants to learn. He just wants to get better. And I think that with the opportunity to fight JC, I think that it'll be at the weight that he wanted. He hasn't got to cut his fucking arm off to get to 50 kilo. Do you know what I mean? He's getting down to 55. He's getting to a weight that he's comfortable at. I think it'll be a really good fight for him. And I think that with being and when I say small, I mean like the lighter weights. Being the
Yeah,
lighter weights, I'm not going to take nothing away, but they always seem more technical. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it always seems more of a technical fight, and I think that Tyler always brings the technicalities with him. Do you know what I mean? Like that's one of the things that Tyler always does is that if he's gonna hit you in the body, he's gonna hit you in the body 2 or 3 times,
Oh yeah,
finish, leave, come back in, and do what he wants to do. Like the only reason why nobody said anything about JC is because nobody's seen him fight. So it's like you can't you can't really speak about him yet. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like this is why there's so much. I'm not gonna say this is why there's hype on Tyler, but this is why there's people are expecting this from Tyler because it's kind of like, right, what's Tyler coming up against? And I think obviously having the experience, this would be his third time fighting on Rampage now. He's fought K1 and boxing. I think being his third time in the ring, I think it's going to just help so much. And I think that, coming up with you guys coming up, like from Gladiator, you have a great atmosphere. Tyler. Yeah, as I was saying for Tyler, I think that again, it's kind of like a coming out party for him. It's
yeah,
like gets to put on display again, what he's done. And also the other thing that I've seen from Tyler, and this is one of the things that I think is the biggest improvement is he's out to prove a point.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like he's out to go, right, this is me, and that's one that excites me. That does really excite me. So back to you. So we've talked about K1. This is the only thing that you want to transition into? Do you want to try the other disciplines as well?
I mean, never say never.
Yeah.
I'm loving K1 at the moment, but who knows what the future holds.
Yeah, I got you. And then the other side is we got Rhondda Rampage 8 coming up in November. Are you looking to like flip the script, get straight back on the next one?
Maybe I do want to because I'm still losing quite a bit of weight. I want to find my natural weight class
Mm,
and put some muscle, put some more size on and stuff like that.
yeah.
But who knows? I
Mm.
wouldn't mind this, but see what the future holds.
Yeah, of course, man. Now, before we wrap this up, what can the Rhondda Rampage crowd expect from Ethan Montoto against Aidan Dix on August the 29th?
Well, the crowd can expect, I do want to make a name for myself. First fight, other than people who know me, no one else will know me.
Mm,
Like other than like my family, friends, co-workers, my girlfriend, no one else knows me there. I want to go there, make a name for myself, and go from there. That's what the crowd can expect. Is I want to produce a bang of a fight.
Fuck yeah, Ethan. I'd love that. Yeah, fucking right, man. I like that's the stuff that from the promoter side, obviously trying to stay as neutral as I possibly can.
Yeah,
Like that's the stuff that we love, and I know that you guys coming from Gladiators, obviously you're coming up with the boys, you're coming up with a team. Like I know that that's the attitude that you guys are going to be coming in with. And again, this is the stuff that makes these fights interesting. You're 80 kilo, you're both coming in, you both obviously can fucking with the weight behind you both can bang. You've obviously come down a little bit, so you're going to carry that power across. And
yeah,
and I think that this is what makes these K1, but especially K1 for me. As much as I enjoy boxing and hybrid, like obviously, I love the hybrid, like, but
yeah,
as much as I love that, like for me, K1, like devastating low kicks, like a body kick lands out of nowhere, like because of the weight there and the power and the size of you guys and stuff, like it's devastating. And this is what I'm looking forward to.
yeah,
I really am. And like I said, I'm loving the attitude, man. Like I'm loving that attitude. That's yeah, fuck yeah, man. Let's go.
yeah.
Before we wrap this up, bro, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? And then where's the best place for people to follow you?
Well, shout out to everyone who they know who they are. Everyone who's helped me, the boys in training, my family, my girlfriend. She's, I'm like, I really like driving home from the gym. KFC's there. I'm like on the phone to her. Oh, and she's like, no, no, stay focused. The boys in the gym pushing me.
Yeah,
Family, just everyone who knows they've helped me.
awesome. So, Ethan Montoto of Welsh Gladiators. This joins us against fuck. Ethan Montoto of Welsh Gladiators joined us before his official debut on Rhondda Rampage 7. Ethan versus Aidan Dix, 80 kilo K1, about 3 2-minute rounds, 10-ounce gloves, sponsored by Nails by Sancha. Aidan represents Beales Muay Thai, and he comes in with one bout behind him. And Ethan, as I said, Ethan's making his debut. So Rhondda Rampage 7, August 29th, Tystown Welfare Hall, home of Rhondda Rampage. Doors open at 5, first fight's at 6. There's 75% of tickets on box are currently sold out. So there's only 25% of the balcony left, guys. So you better get your tickets ASAP. Shout out to the show and the bout sponsors: Flow Fightwear, FFC Podcast, Captured by Jazz, Combat Parkinson's, Box Combat App, Nails by Sancha, Liam.W Design, Dan Scrans, Tystown Welfare Hall. And a big thank you for everyone supporting Rhondda Rampage and the fighters competing on the show. So I just want to say, Ethan, thanks very much for joining me tonight, bro. I really appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tom.
Of course, bro, of course. And yeah, I just want to say I look forward to seeing everybody fight night. And thanks, Ethan. Have a good evening, bro.
You too, bro.
I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. Always up with me. I'm ready for war. 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 I come from taking losses.